Hello, Woodland Elementary School students. I'm Mr. Wood, one of the assistant principals here. Mr. Kernan, the principal, asked me to put together a short video to show you what we've done in the building to help keep you safe and healthy this school year. You'll see how to enter the building, travel the hallways, go to lunch, what recess is like, and how you'll be dismissed to go home. We've worked hard all summer to get the building ready for you to come back, and we can't wait to see you soon. Come on with me and I'll show you around. No matter how you get to school, you're going to come in through the main entrance in the front, right here. If you're getting breakfast, you're going to use the door all the way on the right so you can go to the cafeteria and get breakfast. If you're not getting breakfast, you can go through the middle door if you're heading upstairs, 5th or 4th graders. If you're in 3rd grade and you're not getting breakfast, just use the door all the way on the left and you can take a left right down to the 3rd grade hallway. If you are getting breakfast, you're going to head right to the cafeteria. You'll pick up your breakfast right about here and follow the arrows to a seat. There will be lots of teachers and staff to help tell you where to go and find a place for you to sit. They'll actually find you a spot that has a number, just like this. 4th and 5th graders will be heading up the stairs. The stairs have tape on them too to make sure that you stay to the right and you're staying 6 feet apart. See those little squares on the treads? Those are all 6 feet apart. So as you're walking, the person in front of you should be on the next spot in front of you. Now, if you were in 5th grade, you'd go up the stairs. I'm pretending to be a 4th grader, so I'm going to keep heading down to my classroom, staying on the right side of the hallway again. And there are those marks on the floor, 6 feet apart. Now, anytime you're walking in the hallway, all you have to do is remember to stay on the right side of the hallway and look for those 6-foot markers. Again, the person in front of you should be on the next mark. That way, you know you're not too close. So I'm going to keep traveling down to the right and find my locker. Here it is, right here. And to do the same thing any other time you need to travel in the hallway, you stay to the right and you watch out for those 6-foot markers. The person in front of you should be on the next marker so that you know that you are 6 feet apart. Now let's talk about how to get to lunch. Again, you're going to follow the arrows and follow your class into the door. This class is going into the right side of the door and then coming out of the middle. Let's freeze it right here. I want you to notice that the people inside the building are wearing masks. When you're here, you'll have to wear a mask too, over your mouth and over your nose. You will have times where you can take your mask off, like during outdoor recess, during mask breaks and you're outside, or when you're eating. All other times, though, you'll have to wear a mask over your nose and mouth to help keep everyone safe and healthy. Alright, so back to getting lunch. After getting your lunch, you'll follow the arrows again, and you'll take a right around the tables, and you'll head to the tables that you've been assigned as a class. So each class will have certain tables to sit at, and you yourself will have a number to sit at. Like I showed you before at the breakfast, there are seats that have labels on them with numbers. It's kind of like going to a Red Sox game where you'll have a table to sit at and a numbered spot to sit on. And please excuse all the stuff on the tables. We're still getting ready to get back to school and there are lots of class supplies that need to be passed out. Those won't be here when you're here trying to eat lunch. Here's another way your class may be coming to lunch. You'll notice that the 3 kiddos here are coming into the cafeteria, and this time they're going to take a left and they're going to go all the way around the tables. Again, sorry about all the stuff on the tables, but we're still getting ready to come back to school. Again, that won't be here when you're here. Here they are coming out of the middle doors. They would be holding lunches, and they're staying 6 feet apart and following the arrows. Don't worry, there will be lots of teachers here to help remind you what to do and where to go. Other classes might be having lunch in a music room or one of the art rooms. That's going to be a little bit different this year, but it's pretty much the same rules. Here are the students walking down the hallway on the right side following the arrows. It looks like they're going to go to the music room because that's where they're assigned to have lunch. Inside the room, you'll see that there are desks with numbers on them. You'll get a desk number, and that will be your lunch seat every day. Once you get up there, your lunches will be delivered by the kitchen staff, so you don't have to go to the cafeteria at all. These students will come in and find their spots and sit down to have lunch. Notice they're still wearing their masks. Once you sit down, then you can take your mask off and start having lunch. One thing we also need to talk about is hand washing. It may sound silly, but it is not. It's one of the most important things we can do to keep ourselves healthy. Here I am washing my hands, and I'm not going too fast. I'm taking my time and making sure my hands are clean. I'm actually singing the alphabet to myself inside my head, so I know I'm taking the right amount of time to do it. But I'm washing in between my fingers with soap, and now I'm rinsing them off. And splashing them in the sink so I don't drip water all over the floor. Now to dry my hands, I'm going to use paper towels. If you've been to Woodland before, you may know that we have hand dryers in the bathrooms, but we're not going to use those because they spray water droplets all over the place. Instead, I'm just going to use the paper towels to dry my hands off and then throw them away carefully. Now for recess. Your teacher will take you out to recess and you'll be in one area that day for the 20-minute recess. Here's the donut, the spinny cups, this is the Superdome, the Gaga Pit, the ropes course, and the basketball area. Your teacher will go over all the recess rules with you when you get out there. Now let's talk about dismissal. Here I am in the classroom, and I'm paying attention because I don't want to miss my call, whether I'm a car rider, a bus rider, or walker. When I exit my classroom, I'm going to follow the same rules for the hallway I did before. I'm going to stay on the right side of the hallway and keep 6 feet apart by looking at the marks on the floor. Bus riders and walkers will be going this way towards the gym. They'll meet in the gym or the wellness center, and they'll be dismissed from there. Car riders will head towards the cafeteria, meet in the cafeteria, and be dismissed from there. Now I'm going to carefully head down the stairs and make my way down to the gym. Again, I'm going to stay on the right side and look for those marks so I know that I'm 6 feet apart from the person in front of me. I'm going to take my time and I'm not rushing. Also, when I get to the doorway, I'm going to make sure that I'm slowly walking so I don't run into anybody else. And here I am going into the gym to wait for my bus. Now, a teacher will tell me when I'm ready to go. And if I'm a walker, I'm going to walk out the doorway with my teacher. I'm going to carefully go through the doors and walk out to the front part of the building. If I live behind the school, I'm going to be walking across the playground and out the gate. But again, a teacher will help me do that. Once I'm walking out, I'm walking outside carefully with my teacher and not ahead of her or him. At the end of the day, when you're walking out, there should be buses here. So make sure you're walking safely and paying attention to what's around you. If you're going on North Vine Street, you take a right here. If you're going up to the football field or the soccer field, you'd keep going straight, and your teacher will walk you up there as well. Here we are in the cafeteria. Teachers will help you line up in between these tables, standing next to a green sticker number spot. That way we know you're 6 feet apart. Then they'll have you walk out towards the main lobby. This is the only time it's okay to walk against an arrow. Once you're in the main lobby, you'll head out of the main exit. Then, once you're outside, you'll take a left and head up towards the circle. Listen very carefully to your teacher's instructions. So, that's just a quick look at what school's going to be like when you get back. We've really missed having students in the building, and we can't wait to start the school year. See you in a couple days, everybody.